Hi everyone, Phil Pendlebury here. Hope you're having a super mega large day. Today I've got a very quick tip for you using Cubase. If you're working on a project that contains a group of tracks, be it MIDI or audio, and you need to find your position inside one of those particular tracks, this is how it's done in Cubase. So let's give you an example. We're working on an album, or an EP in this case, that's got 3 tracks in it. And on the second track, the client has said, at 2 minutes 53, there's a bit of a glitch. Can you just check that out? In Cubase, you can have multiple rulers, we all know that. But you can't change the start point of each ruler. So how do we find position 2 minutes 53 in the second track? Here's how I do it. See what you think. Bear in mind, in my project, I do have a standard offset of 5 bars so that bar 0 always appears at 0 seconds. Here we are in the project. As you can see, I've got 3 tracks lined up, all running consecutively. And what I want to do is find position 2 minutes and 53 seconds in this track. So first thing we're going to need to do is select the track, which I've just done. You just click on it. We're going to press P. And we're going to make a cycle marker. There we go. So that cycle marker is now surrounding the entire track. Let's zoom in a little bit. Now the clever part here is, as you'll notice, when I start to move this locator, you can see that the length is being shown. And at the moment, it's being shown in bars and beats. We want to see the time. So all you have to do now is invert the time display so that you're showing time as your primary time display up at the top here. Then if we grab the right hand side of that marker and slowly move it across, you can see it's showing the time. Now one thing to note here, if I have snap on, you can see that it might get a little bit tricky to find the exact point because it's trying to snap to certain areas. So what we need to do, for me it's the shortcut J, turn the snap off, and then we're looking at the length and we're looking for 253. And we get quite close. We can't quite get it exact. So we need to zoom in a little bit more. Keep your eye on the length. And there it is, 253. Click to set the cursor over that marker and make a marker, which is showing exactly 2 minutes 53 on that track. If we remove the loop and put it on somewhere else, you can now see that's quite clear. So there's another way to do this as well. Some people prefer to use this. I like to use markers because I have marker lines switched on, which I'll quickly show you about in a minute. So we can make a dummy MIDI track. So here's a MIDI track. I've called it marker. Again, we select the track. Let's go for 2 minutes and 22 seconds this time. We make the dummy MIDI. We're still set in time as the main time format. And once again, you can see the length there as I move that MIDI. Once again, we zoom in. The more you zoom in, the more accurate you can get this. Make sure that snap is off. And we're going to take that right down to 2 minutes and 22. Zoomed in a little bit more. And there we have it, exactly 2 minutes and 22 seconds from the start of this track. And what we can do now is place the cursor there. It will line up directly over the end of that if you click it in the right place, and make another marker. We can even delete that MIDI track now, and you can see the marker is clearly indicating is the position that we wanted. All right. If you don't have the marker lines displaying like I have here, you just go into your preferences and you go to markers and show marker lines from active marker track, or you can have it from all the marker tracks or completely off. So there you go. I hope that helped and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks a lot for joining me.